Hello everyone and welcome to Stay Woke. I'm Tina. So today I'm going to be talking about a couple of things, and one of which I think people should be aware of, and for whatever reason it's not in the mainstream media. But whether you know it or not too long ago the Pentagon had released videos of UFOs, and also released a video of pilots interacting with a UFO. So just to let you know, that means that they are finally saying, hey, we are not the only intelligent life there is out in the universe. For whatever reason, this has not made it to the mainstream media. That's right, folks. They have released it, and it's been in, you hear about it here on the internet, and you hear it on a couple of podcasts and things like that, such as mine. But it has not hit like mainstream media, and I'm curious as to wondering why they haven't done it. And so basically what I'm thinking is this: for one, if they were to come out and say to mainstream media, like, hey, yeah, they're real, folks. They're absolutely real, folks. It's gonna cause, gosh, people are gonna go crazy because there's lunatics out there that can't handle that they are not alone in this universe. In this day and age, with all the technologies that we have out there, there are still people that have not caught up with real reality. And that's my next subject. Reality. Everything you know right now, everything you've learned through your television or technology. Or you've learned through what the government wanted you to learn through the school systems. And the school systems were designed basically to brainwash us. Televisions, radios, music, every bit of it is designed to brainwash you. Entertainment, what does that word mean? It means to keep your attention. They wanted to keep our attention away from what they don't want us to see. So here they are, they're putting all these things out there, all these new programs, all this new music, so on and so forth, to keep us entertained, so we don't look to see what they're doing when we're not looking at them. You heard me right, folks. You have no idea. I've said this in my other videos about how technology is our downfall. It is taken away from how our bodies react to our own earth. Although our now state has been altered, we still carry roots from where we were before the others came. That is our psychic ability. That is our sixth sense, whatever it is that you want to call it. It is no mistake how they, throughout the, centuries now, how they've tried to stop people from knowing about their sixth sense or their other capabilities beside the regular five senses. For some people, it's telekinesis. For others, it's mind reading. For some people, it's able, like myself, able to contact the dead, speak to the dead, know when something else is there when it shouldn't be there. I mean, the list goes on about what our psychic side is. As of right now, scientists tell us that we use between 8 and 10% of our brain, that they know what it does. That's the parts that control your heart, your liver, your lungs, your thinking, da-da-da-da. That means there's other 90 to 92% of your brain, they don't know what it does. Well, I'm here to tell you, folks, that other percentage of your brain is your psychic ability. They want us not to learn about our psychic ability. We once were in tune with our earth. Native Americans were the last ones who were in tune with earth. And what happened with them? Genocide. They tried to kill them out. And when they couldn't kill them off, they converted them to Christianity, into our way. In other words, brainwashed them. Just like they have done us. Everything that you have learned is a lie. You hear me? Everything you have learned is a lie at one point or another. Who knows who said the sky is blue and the ground is green, or red is red as blue is blue? You've been taught that. Everything that you know right now, you have been taught. Your history that you think that you know have been taught may not be true. A lot of things of what you've been told isn't true. It's all about the mind control. They want you to think and do things in a certain way, to think in a certain way. There are people like myself who have not been able to fall into those categories because, frankly, for whatever reason, I don't know if we were chosen. I don't know. All I can say is, for whatever reason, it doesn't work on some of us. That's why I'm coming out here to tell you there's a lot more that is going on around us right now that you have no clue of. Technology is our downfall, folks. Plain and simple. You look through our history as far as sicknesses and so on and so forth. Okay? Yes, there are natural viruses out there. Absolutely there is. There's no doubt about it. But there's also things out there that were introduced by the others to make us think that they're natural when they weren't. That's right. There's a lot of things out there that people don't know about. History has been altered. People have been altered. Up to 20,000 years ago, there were no white people. There were no blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. We have been lied to, folks. Your history is not your history. They tell you what they want you to think. And you can say, oh, I know my history. Well, dang it, I know my history too. And what I was taught in school too. I remember every bit of it. But what I'm learning by doing my own research is that a lot of that history is a lie. It is a false narrative lie. Because they don't want us to know the truth. Because if we knew the truth, they know that we could conquer them and we can get rid of them. With just our psychic ability alone. That's why they needed to alter us. They needed a way to make us into what they wanted us to be able to control us. And technology has been that. I mentioned this in my other video, Walt Disney. Yes, Walt Disney was involved with Agenda 21 and the brainwashing thing. Yes, you're hearing it from me. I've been saying it to people for many years. There's a lot of big companies involved in this. Right now, Disney owns Fox, ABCs, and a lot more other television stations. They want us to think in a certain way. Look at the programs that people are watching now. These so-called reality shows of showing people fighting and bad behavior. That's not real reality. They want you to think that that's reality, but in fact, that's not how grown people act. And if you're an adult and you act like the housewives of Hollywood or wherever the hell those bitches come from, I'm sorry, but that is not how an adult act. That's not how adults act. That's how school children act when they don't know better. But they want you to think that that's okay behavior, and it's not. And what it is, it's programming you to think that that is okay, because they want us to fight it out between each other. They want us to knock out each other's numbers. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting to? These are just ways to program you, to entertain you. Look, I said, look at the word entertain. It means to hold your attention. And that's exactly what these programs are designed to do, to hold your attention. We live through what we see every day. And when your kids watch television today, and when they see these violent acts on television, and they see a president who doesn't care about its people, and the lack of empathy that they see through television, how do you think your children are going to grow up? What kind of person are they going to grow up to be? It would be a wise decision to keep your children away from technology for as long as possible. I know there's going to be a time that they're going to have to learn it just to be in society, but try to keep it from them as far as the entertainment part away from them as much as possible. I wish I had known a little bit more about this when I was a little younger. I mean, I knew things were going to be coming. I just didn't exactly understand how. But I do now, and that's why I'm making videos to let you guys know. Everything around you is not what it seems. And I do mean everything. And I mean as far as like entertainment, games, especially gamers out there. Do you think that they're showing you these games? There's people out there, there are others out there that are teaching you to defend yourself through these games. They're designed to do so. You are going through the same type of training in those types of games as our armed military is right now. And there's going to be a time where you are going to use a remote for an avatar. And then these games are designed to do these things, so you are able to maneuver the avatars through certain things. This is all going to become reality. Eventually, this will all become reality. Think I'm talking out my butt, but you know, I could say, if you don't believe me, do your own research, come up with your own conclusions. I'm here just to inform you about it so you can do that. Don't always take my word for it, please. I always say this in every one of my videos. Do your own research, come up with your own conclusions. I'm just here to let you know that there are things out there that we cannot control, and there are things out there that we have to wake the hell up to. And start doing something. Start being proactive. I mean, gosh, it's a hard reality to have to even make these types of videos. Because I know some people think I'm absolutely out of my mind. And that's okay. You can think that. But I make these videos so you can be prepared. I'd rather you be prepared and nothing happen than for something to happen and not be prepared. We are hearing about all over about these meat packing places closing. But yet Amazon is still open. Stores are still open. There are certain places and certain things that are left open, but all other businesses are closed. Pretty soon, there's not going to be anybody working in them grocery stores because there's not going to be any food in them, because there's not going to be people working in them because of the virus. Or is that what they want you to believe? Again, don't always believe what you see on television. Don't always believe what you see in these videos. That's why I say, do your own research. Come up with your own conclusions. But one thing you can't do is be blind to it all. Stay woke and keep your family safe.